மச்சான் நானும்
Sir Venugopal sir, we can start. Sabridhar sir, good morning sir.
Ma'am, good morning ma'am.
Venugopal sir, we will start. Venugopal sir.
Madam, hello.
Sir, we will start, sir.
I will start, madam. You will start. Sabri Rajan, sir? Dr. Sabri Rajan?
Sir, I'm available.
Thank you very much. Good morning to one and all present here. I welcome you all to this webinar on English communication skills in careers perspective. Dear students, the Google Meet is full. I request you to join through YouTube link. The YouTube link is sent to the WhatsApp. I request you all to join through YouTube link. So once again, I welcome you all to this webinar on English communication skills in career perspective. I welcome you all to the first program. This is a year which I started with a virtual program, and language is important in all perspective. So English is a language which cannot sorry, I repeat, English is a language which connects people from different regions, cultures, and nations. And globalization has made English and the companies to think beyond the oceans. So this globalization and the companies had made strength of English communication in recent placements. So keeping in mind, English is a tool for modern employment and corporate English plays a major role for especially the engineering careers. So with these few words, I now request Dr. S. Nagarani Madam, Professor and Head, Department of Science and Humanities, Sri Ramakrishna Institute of Technology, Coimbatore, to welcome the chief guest. Madam, over to you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, good morning to everyone. Today, our first virtual webinar on English communication skills in career perspective. The Department of Science and Humanities, English discipline, is host it today at this wonderful morning, 8/1/2022. I would like to welcome our chief guest, Dr. V. Sabari Raja sir, HOD, English Department, SNMB College of Arts and Science, Coimbatore. In his busy schedule, he is accepting our invitation. I welcome you, sir. And also, I welcome all our students and faculty members of this wonderful function. Once again, I welcome you all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam. Now, I invite Ms. R. Ramya to introduce the chief guest. Ms. Ramya, over to you.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. A very good morning to everyone. I feel very proud to read his profile. Dr. V. Sabariraj received his BA and MA in English Literature, MPhil and PhD in Indian Writing English from Bharatiya University, Coimbatore. Also, he did a Bachelor of Education, a self-directed, actions-oriented professional with more than a decade of experience in teaching and training English, soft skills, and international exams like IELTS, PTE, TOEFL, and GRE. He has been trained by the British Council for IELTS, Pearson for PTE, and ETS for TOEFL. In addition, he does guidance and counseling pertaining to overseas educations. He is passionate about serving the college and public programs as host and master of ceremony. He is an enthusiastic, committed educator with an innate ability to understand and motivate the students. He is highly resourceful and a goal-driven professional educator with commitments to the social and academic growth and development for every student. His experience in one-on-one tutoring and group instructions of ESL earns many more stages to expose. He has published many papers in renowned journals. Also, he does many faculty development programs, delivers guest lectures, and conducts training to students of various institutions. A warm and caring personality who wants every learner to be successful learner, was previously associated with SVS Educational Institution as Associate Professor in English and Soft Skills Trainer, Coimbatore. Currently, he is heading the Department of English at Sri Nehru Mahavidyalaya College of Arts and Science, Coimbatore. Thank you. I welcome you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Ms. R. Ramya, for your wonderful introduction about the most distinguished chief guest, Dr. V. Sabri Rajan, head of the department, SNUV College of Arts and Science, Coimbatore. Now, may I invite Dr. V. Sabri Rajan to address the webinar on English communication skills in career perspective. Dr. V. Sabri Rajan, over to you.
Thank you, sir. To begin with, the most respectable principal, Dr. Paul Raj, head of the department, Dr. S. Nagarani, and the conveners, the organizers, the faculty organizers of this event, my dear brother and my well-wisher, Dr. Venugopal, and the co-faculty, Mrs. Ramya, um, and all the participants, students, and faculty members of this particular event, a warm good morning. Um, to proceeding, it's I consider this is a very good opportunity. I mean, the institution which has got a big history, and to that institution, making our presence through at least through online is always a privilege we consider. In that particular way, it's we are much honored to present our webinar in SRIT, Sri Ramakrishna Institute of Technology, and I thank every one of the people for giving the opportunity to present ourselves over here. Anyway, to begin with, shall we start the presentation, sir?
Yes,
Dev
sir.
sir?
Proceed.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. You can proceed.
To begin with, students, it's not me the one going to speak, it's we are going to speak. I find a few number of students who are here. Yes, around 90 plus students are available in this webinar. To begin with, I want any one of the students to read out what is here. Can someone read? Can someone read?
I request one volunteer to read which is on the screen. Dear students, you can unmute and read which is on the screen.
While a mere 57 colleges got above 50% pass in 2019, 400 of 441 colleges got above 50% pass in 2020, according to the academic performance released by Anna University.
Yeah. So thank you, dear student. So see, what I come to see here is almost see in the regular stream 2000 200, I mean, in the year of 2019, more than 50% of students passed only in 57 colleges. Look over the statistics. And in the year of 2020, which I mean after becoming online, okay, online exam, look at the pass percentage. It is 400 colleges out of 411. They scored with the same percentage. So, can students understand the percentage or the competition level, what is happening in the present market? I think you must be remembering what is happening. So, the toughest competition that goes here is maximum number of students are getting passed or whatever the thing that they want to attain. When it is a scenario, who is given much focused by the employers? Look, in the next slide shows, you can see there are many, and who is picked? The one who has got good in English skills or communication skills, as today's term go. Communication skills, they are given much importance. They are identified in the market, in the job market. So, so today, let us deal what is happening. I mean, the English communication skills completely into career perspective. Normally, we are all in need of communication skills, but still, we are going to concentrate this particular communication skills in perspective of our career and engineering career again, or anything it is. So first thing, I want you people to understand what is the importance of English communication skills in general. Okay, so few number of points that I have brought out. So whatever it is, so English communication skills are very important because they are, they can impact almost every facet of your life. Got it? So your proficiency in the language determines how successful you are in your personal and your professional interactions. Got it? So here are some few reasons why this skill set is important for us. So the first one that we can see here is helps in the workplace. Of course, so being able to communicate in English is an essential skill for I mean, in maximum of the workplaces. Okay, so that too, as you interact with customers or team members or your authorities or whomsoever it is, I mean, they expect me the perfect candidates. They need the perfect candidate with strong command over English. Okay, so before this, after saying this, I'll tell you the difference between what is communication and what is language. I mean English. So the second point that I could say you here is improves career prospects. So being able to communicate and write in English is essential for many people. Do not even know either. I mean, writing is different from communication. Never mind, writing is also a communication. Got it. So writing in English is essential for getting a job and advising in your career. So from writing a resume to answering questions during the job interview, the skill set can make you the best fit candidate for a job. Mind this, please. So the third one that I can bring to your knowledge is helps learn new skills. Of course, only language this thing, if you are strong enough in English communication skills, this will make you people to learn new skill sets. Like see, effective communication in English, I mean, influences your ability to learn and acquire new skills. Being able to communicate effectively, I mean, that too helps you interact with your colleagues or managers and stockholders and whom else, and you can learn new skills from all these people. For example, if you are good at writing blogs, you can quickly learn how to write, I mean, effective emails to your colleagues or managers like this. All right. So the next one is the fourth point that I want to bring to you is increase employment prospects. See, this makes you people to, I mean, increase your employment prospects. Obviously, see, employers prefer hiring candidates with good communication skills in English because such candidates can easily convey their thoughts and ideas through their team members in a, I mean, in a easy way, in an easy way or in a smooth way. Got it. So you people should know this. Before that, we don't segregate. I mean, don't confuse yourself with English and communication skills. See, communication I mean, is different, and English is different. Now we are uniting these two together. That is why, I mean, the people who unites together and do the job perfect. That who those people are successful people in their career. See, when you look for English, anyone can speak in English, right? It doesn't mean that they are good in communication. Communication means when you are, if people consider you as you are a good communicator, but it doesn't mean that you can speak in English. You can speak in any language, maybe Tamil, Malayalam, or Telugu, or any language all over the world. You can communicate. So sharing the ideas in a very clear way and in a proper way matters here, and accordingly looking into the timings or looking into the people whom we communicate accordingly, if we speak and respond, that would fetch a good recognition for you. If that communication is in English, yes, that because English is a universal and global language, as you know, yeah, you would be taken to high positions, high places, and you would be obviously recognized with no second thought. Got it? So that's what we need, and we are supposed to communicate in English. That matters a lot. So how many, I don't know how many of you students communicate in English regularly, and I'll see. I see almost for a semester is getting over. How many of you people regularly speak in English in your during your, I mean, in your class hours or during your working hours? Selvakumar, Darshini, Kavin, can you please respond me? Pratik Sagar, Kritik, students?
Dear students, please respond.
Students, are you there? Kindly respond, students, and let me ask some more students. I think why they are not responding me, I do not know. Ashwin and Chitra, Dhanush, any other is here? Can students respond me? If you people respond, it will be pretty good, and we feel that our thoughts and ideas are reaching you in a clear way. Can you people respond? Brito, John Brito? No? Okay. And whomsoever it is, I request the students to cooperate with the resource person. That will be helpful for not only for me, any webinar it is. If you respond them, that will be still helpful for the resource person as well you, so that they'll come out with new ideas other than what they have prepared. Got it? And anyway, let me go with. So obviously, when we come for language skill, English, we look for language skills. As you all know, any language that is not only English, it's not any language. We look for listening, reading, speaking, and writing. So, which simply we call it as LSRW. That is listening, reading, speaking, and writing. Got it? So only if you get strong with these in these skills, you can prove yourself as you're better in the language. It is not actually, this is decided by the common European framework. That only the whole European countries, they follow this. So is the case in India too. So look, we look for listening. How can you, what can you do in listening, and how can you improve your listening? What are the importance happening in listening? See, even in Thiruvalluvar, in one particular quotes he would have mentioned kattalil kettal nandru. Obviously, than reading, or doing any other activity, listening fetches you a lot. Listening matters a lot. So when do you listen? So during your lectures, and that too, note taking, tutorials exclusively, group discussion, in these occasions. Other than that, brainstorming, presentations, still question and answers, interaction session. In all these times, in everyday life, when you communicate, you listen with the people, because you listen and then you respond. Because see, this improves your speaking ability and pronunciation. Along with pronunciation, your intonation is increased. Your stress, stress in the language part increases. All those things, it develops the generally interpersonal skills. It helps you people to communicate pretty well. And receptive skill that needs active participation. For this, it is mandatory. See, when you listen something, you have to respond them. It is not that you should stay idle. So even in today's session, you see, I don't know how many of you people listen my words. If you listen, you have to answer, which means that you are good in listening skills. Please, I request you people to listen carefully and listen well. This helps you people to increase your language. So issues, what see, uncertain comprehension and speed of speech. If I speak fast, if I reduce the tempo of speaking, yeah, obviously you can increase the listening skills pretty, well. And familiarity with local speech. That is, you should make yourself familiar along with the local speech. That is accent and vocabulary. It is not only English. If you listen UK, that is different. If you listen US speech, that is different. If you listen to Australians, that is totally different. So everywhere the accent varies, even the usage of vocabulary too varies. Got it? So missing words, concepts, and instructions, these are the problem, because Indian, we pronounce all the words properly in a very structured way. But when you look for Canadians too, okay. When you look for Australians, oh, half of the word would be swallowed. So for which you should adapt yourself to that particular concepts what they discuss, or to the vocabulary. Then lack of confidence to ask for repetitions. And because many number of people are, they lag in confidence, they will not ask what, pardon, something of that kind. This because they are not confident enough. And hearing difficulties, obviously these things makes you people are the problems that we come across in listening. How to tune this? Listen, I brought a few number of things. So active listening requires participation, not passive repetition. Reception or repetition or whatever it is. So Please, as you people are doing here, I mean, I come across many people are in passive listeners. Please be an active listener. So you will respond. You will develop your language, I mean, listening skills, and engage with the sounds and words. Engage maximum, whatever the words they say, please listen to them carefully, and then you respond. Ensure you are aware of the subject before lectures. And I think today, even for today's session, you must be aware that what you are going to be, what the webinar is on. So whatsoever the lectures you are going to listen, students should have a proper, I mean, plan or a mindset on what is going to happen or what the lecture is on. So read key vocabulary and do background readings always, and mental repetition. Ask for clarification, and again listen to radios nowadays. But normally you can listen to iPods or anything, and any audios and anything regarding I mean the topics which you are interested in, right? For TV and then the other medias also. The next one is, these are the things on listening. Slowly moving for the next one is reading. So when do we read? For the lectures and presentations, tutorials, again courseworks, I mean your regarding your subject, and again research in, I mean internet. I mean, the teacher is writing on the board, you look into the board and read, and course documents, whatever is given to you, you read. Other than this, your homeworks, anything, you read. And it could be in, when you look for reading, it is extensive reading or intensive reading. Anyway, maybe subject related or general. And why reading is important? Because it informs writing and writing style. Only through reading you can develop your writing style, with no other option. There are many, but still, reading helps you to get strong in the sentence constructions and vocabulary, many other. So, develops knowledge of language structure. Also, it develops the knowledge of the language structure, and it develops the vocabulary. That is on specific. If you're sticking to mechanical engineering, yeah, your vocabulary related to mechanical engineering would be there. If you are into computer technology or computer engineering, yeah, you will come across that kind of vocabulary. If you're dealing with agricultural engineering, yeah, you will learn vocabulary related to agriculture. Okay, so and registers and, I mean, register and purpose. Also, why the vocabulary used? What is the purpose of this? Everything can be understood. So, what are the problems? I mean, the issues. One is speed reading, decoding new words. I mean, many words. I mean, the new words or unfamiliar words, you would find difficult to get the meaning of it, and and also knowing vocabulary, maybe vocabulary, new words, anything. Comprehension. I mean, what is the part? I mean, a word can be used in various parlance, and why it is. That should be 1 second. Sorry. Yeah. So relevance again, and volume in study. All these are the problem issues that you do find in reading. Look, so reading is an active, and how, what are the importance is reading is an active skill, obviously, and improve your speed of reading. Only when you keep reading and reading and reading and reading, it helps people to increase your speed. And smart reading matters a lot. Smart reading means, I mean, not reading again and again. Once if you read, just where you get the ideas. And again, you see, read for gist, that is skimming. We are not supposed to read word by word. Skimming and scanning. Scanning, unless for it's a comprehensive examination, scanning doesn't work. But skimming matters a lot in any reading. So you get the gist of the reading at the earliest only through skimming. Which is, what is skimming? Not reading word by word, here and there, as we do the read the newspaper or anything, here and there, or reading fast and getting the idea somewhere. That is skimming. Sorry. And read for specific information. Again, that is scanning. So do not stop to look up every word. Decode from the text. Or word, I mean, each and every word, don't read it and get the meaning. On the whole, when you're reading one particular sentence, you should predict and you should have a knowledge that what would be the next. I think maximum of us we do, and use tools to help develop vocabulary, like anything like textual or online. There are many number of tools to develop your vocabulary. Now comes writing. So what is writing? When do we write? So during the coursework, the exams, lectures, tutorials, group work, presentations. For all these purpose, we do writing, because writing is important, because the main thought of assessment, that is, it is the main method of assessment, and strict method and conventions in academic writing. Obviously, in academic anything, we ought to write. We have to write. Even in writing, we have both the writings, formal and informal writing. Writing itself is formal, but still we have both formal and informal. So maximum academic writings stick to formal category, and various formats, styles, functions depending on subject areas, it varies. So essential skill for exams. So if you have to examine yourself, yes, it's not only in India, anywhere in the world. Uh, you when you write, yes, the writing comes into examination category, and errors more obvious. If you do some error, it is identified at the earliest. Not just like that, it cannot rub or it cannot go away. It cannot get faded. When you do something, yeah, it's quite obvious. And what are the issues that you come across in doing? While doing writing, that is, see, lack of knowledge of key language structures and the same words. Vocabulary, sentence formations, paragraphing, all these things is a first problem. The second one is difference between style in native country and UK. In India, we use a set of language. In US, we use another set of language, not set of language. Usage of vocabulary and spellings, everything, and register and purpose also. Few words we in UK we use for a different purpose, but US that is used in another purpose. So note taking, paraphrasing, which is very very important in academic context. Okay. Next one, use. Look, what are the importance? First is learning, development, knowledge. Just one second. Again, I get a problem. Okay. So use also learning, development, group resources, that is, see, classes, appointments, workspace for support, all these things, and engage in the purpose of writing for academic purposes, that is, study skills, time management, all these things. But beware of academic conventions, student handbooks, referring guide, library resources, all these things, and it discloses learning needs, that is dyslexia, for any support. So only through writing we can identify this. So when does it? The next one is speaking. So listen, is speaking important? People speak English nowadays. Comparing to a few, a decade and now, the percentage of people speaking in English has developed a lot. Obviously, it has developed a lot. But how are they speaking? That is another important thing. Uh, do they speak without errors? Yeah, error-free English. Again, that puts us in another. That brings us another question mark. But as a beginner, as a learner, we do errors. Of course, that in the initial stages it is pardonable, but for years and years, if you're carrying the same error, that has to be rectified. That is where the problem sustains. Nowadays, many number of people are from English medium, but can they speak in good English? No. The answer is no. So speaking matters a lot, and that too, speaking English is still important. So when tutorials, during seminars, presentations, we speak, and question and answers in lectures, and one-to-one sessions, we speak. Personal tutors, doctors, and employers, they speak. It's totally into one-to-one communication, and classroom discussion also, along with group task work. Anything is given in group task, we will be speaking, right? What happened? Yeah. So the hello, my voice. I can repeat my lesson. My voice. Any technical problem, when sir?
Sir, it is audible. You can continue.
Okay, because my voice is listened back to me.
No, sir, we can hear you, sir. We
Okay,
can hear
okay.
you. You can
So,
continue.
so what are the importance of communication? It is, the first thing is it is most obvious skill, which we should know. It's very most obvious skill. Second thing is most interactive skill. It is when people speak in in a productive way, people observes pretty well and they feel to interact with you. Please develop this, and develops understanding through communication. Only through communication we can understand. Next one is develops interpersonal skills, teamwork, obviously, and used in assessments. All these purpose issues. Why do we find difficult in speaking? Lack of confidence. First thing is lack of confidence. Anything it is only by learning, only by practicing, your language can get improved. Anything can improve, and that is the case for language too. First is lack of confidence. Second is uncertain about timing, vocabulary, interaction. Many number of people, they hunt for vocabulary. When you ask them question, they are ready to respond, but still they lack with vocabulary. They keep hunting vocabulary. Such could be avoided. Next is decoding of non-verbal information. And next is lack of knowledge of presentation skills. All these things are the problems or the issues that we have in speaking. Next, slowly moving for the next one. So take more every opportunity to speak. Whensoever a student gets an opportunity, please speak. And today I am giving the opportunity for you people to speak. But I don't know how many of you people will come forward to speak. I'll call once again. I'll give you one more opportunity to speak on any one particular topic for a minute. Let us see how many of the students are ready to speak. Immediately, Akash has gone. Gokulakannan, the second time I'm calling Gokulakannan, I guess. Kevin Ragul, no. And I shall ask a few more students. Yuvasri, are you there? Yuvasri? No. And Varsha, gone. I'll call one.
Hello. So, dear
Sayed,
professor, sorry for the interruption. I request the students to participate voluntarily. I
students?
repeat, I request the students to participate voluntarily. Varsha,
Okay. Varsha, are you there? Okay, not a problem, sir.
Vijay Lakshmi, Ms. Vijay Lakshmi, Sir Vidya Lakshmi. Hello.
So not a problem. We'll proceed, sir. We'll proceed. So what I expect is this is an opportunity that every student should take the opportunity and come forward to speak on anything. If a person asks you to speak on any topic, for example, if anyone asks you to speak on the curfew, immediately you should speak. If someone asks you to speak on communication skills, yes, immediately you should open your mouth. If someone asks you to speak on your college, yes, you can speak, please. But either it is a right or wrong, that is secondary. Prayer is taking part. So take the opportunity always. The second is ask questions. You have to ask questions. So The next one is use academic skills, I mean resources, presentations, I mean whatever things that you study, you can make use of it. And that too, when you go with group discussion, you ought to speak according to your parlance. The next one is, I mean, according to your subject, whatever the things that you have learned, you should speak accordingly. Next, I mean, you have to observe native speakers. Only thing you can speak or you can bring out the slang as like them. Then repeat. Please keep repeating yourself. You will make yourself strong in it. And ask for clarification. Unless your doubts are getting clarified, please ask for it. Okay. Now, till till previous slide, we have been concentrating on generally language skills. Got it? Generally language skills. That is listening, reading, speaking, and writing. We have been keep focusing on all those four skills. Now, gently, how to improve your English communication skills. It includes all the listening, reading, speaking, and writing. Altogether, I have put it in a one particular slide. Look, reduce your speaking speed. Many people have got the habit of speaking in, I mean, speed, which means that they think speaking fast is considered as good. No, it's not. You can even speak, it's not very slowly. Like, for example, I would, it's not in this past. For example, it's there is still against for example, I would like to speak fast. This is not the category. That is a normal normal past that has to be kept up in your speaking. See, for example, I would like to speak on the topic. If this particular past can be kept up in your speaking, so that in this speed, a maximum number of people can understand your speaking ability. I mean, speaking, or they can understand the thoughts that you're scanning, that you're carrying to them. Next, so keep up a proper tempo in your speaking. Next is practice with a conversation partner. Always, you should keep a mentor or your well-wisher to as a partner to speak, and that can be your friend or your mate or even with your teachers. Your teachers will be much pleased when, if students, honestly, your teachers will be much pleased if you speak in English. They will volunteer to speak. So is the case with your students, friends too. When there are people might ignore you because that you speak in English, but the fact is, uh, if you speak in English, many number of people will love to speak with you. Honestly, I say, initially they might ignore, but later they will love to speak with you. This is the fact. So next is to learn. If you feel that you make many number of errors nowadays, you have got mobile, just record the conversations, record it, record and see, so that you can, I mean, you yourself, I mean, you are the best teacher for you. So you can correct your errors by yourself with no shy, and only if you listen your voice, you will know where you are. So next, practice with, I mean, videos and musics. This is again very important. That can see many number of songs are there, cine songs, albums, and many private songs are there. Please, and tracks are there for exclusively for learning language. There are many tracks available, many songs are available. Just listen to it. It will obviously increase your English communication skills. And read aloud. Many people don't have the habit of reading at all. You should read aloud. Please do it. Read loudly. I mean, read it in open. Take the book and just like that, either you understand or not. That is secondary. Prayer is open your mouth and read. But next is focus on pronunciations. Each and every pronunciation it is important, because if you're clear in pronunciation, yes, that itself will give you a confidence to improve your language skills. So focus on pronunciation. Next, learn sentences instead of words. Many people they learn single words. Please avoid it. Learn sentences and improve your listening skills. Keep listening more and more. And enroll in an online English course. I think many would have enrolled. I believe, I don't know whether SRIT is conducting any online courses, separate online courses. If so, please, there are many free online courses available in Google. Please enroll your. If you go for MOOC, there are many, and even in NPTEL, I do not know whether they give any free courses or not. But then please enroll yourself. I want attending this session. After attending this session, now the session is open in NPTEL. I request every one of you students to enroll yourself in English online courses and improve your body language. So these are the basic, 10 important points that I have brought it here to improve your English communication skills. Got it. So now the role of communication skills in placements. So, and that the first thing is in group discussion. See, minimum of 6 to 8, maximum even up to 20 would be there in group discussion. There are companies who conduct even 20 members to sit together and conduct the group discussion, and that too in a meager minimum number of time. So, in a minimum number of time. So, when you take part in it, please, you have to prove yourself. In that short duration of time, it is not that you have to prove your talent, but also you have to prove your characters are read by them. So you are being taking part in group discussion. You have to take the opportunity to speak as well. You should lend the opportunity for others to speak. Both should happen. And first and foremost, if you are unfamiliar with the topic, remain silent. Observe what others speak. So I think your teachers will teach in your regular subjects, you are in your language papers, teachers will teach you pretty well how to begin a group discussion and how to conclude a group discussion. There must be one team leader who initiate the group discussion, and one or others should conclude the group discussion. Now and then, if the if the conversation deviates, you should bring back to them to the position, or you should bring back to them to the topic and speak on the same. And you should look for your language skills over there in group discussion. Employers look for it, and your positive note speaks a lot, and leading the team speaks a lot. Look how through one particular task group discussion they understand many number of things from you. That is why still group discussion is a major part in all the placements. In all companies, the maximum number of companies, they ask for group discussion. Why is it? Yes, through one particular task, multiple number of skills are understood or learned or examined from you people. Got it. So please make yourself to get strong in communication skills. That will that will be a credit for you during your group discussion parts, group discussion tasks during your placements again. Next, role of English language in placements, and that this part is regarding interviews. So obviously nowadays, uh, there are. After the pandemic, previous pandemic, people started conducting the interviews in person. Still, there'll be more. Both regular online mode and offline mode interviews. When you meet the HR, how are you going to behave, and he or she whomsoever is there, they look for your body language. And that too, nowadays they are very maximum, they are into online only. That too. Still, see if one or two round of interviews, if it is in person, and HR round they make it into online. In all those occasions, you should know the online etiquette. Virtual, when you do something virtual, you should know the etiquette of this. You should meet your starting from your attire, and starting from your the way you look into the person and address. All these things matters a lot. So see, it's not, see, look into the person here in the picture. He'll say hi. You have to behave accordingly. You, for which you cannot shake the hands like this in the as we do in the regular mode. You cannot shake your hands like this. Hi sir. Hi. You, the pat me. You should keep up the body language. And when you're in online, it's not your attire matters still. Along with this, the way you look into the person and address, and the way you use the vocabulary, all noted in a way. And I mean, if a exam, I mean, if the interviewer or the employer, HR, whomsoever it is, if they put some question, you should always go with a positive note. It should be in a it should be positive. Don't put any negative questions. So all the, and that too, here you are grammatically, you should get strong. Now and then you, I mean, when you speak, please use connectors, better language. It's not that you should use the language or the words which is totally utopian for a person. No, not like that. You can use a standard vocabulary, not in a, I mean, very local. I mean, which is not in a way where the use words are repeated and used umpty number of occasions. Please, rarely you use and use various number of vocabulary during your speech or during your interview session. Okay. So what are the, I mean, in connection with English and in connection with the placements, what are the English tests conducted? Look, in placements, they look for, and I mean, all these things are verbal. You can have a screenshot of all these things. So error spotting, else antonyms, spellings, also synonyms, ordering of words, sentence improvement. So ordering of sentences, and look for closest test. We call it as close test also. Next, one word substitution and change of voice, both active and passive will be there. And verbal analogies, this for which you have to use your mind for some time. Verbal analogies and synonyms, along with selected words, odd word out, anything. And sentence formation, we might construct in our own way. No, what I mean, it's not just like that you can put in. It's not only SVO pattern, it can be in any other. So sentence correction is there. Might be errors, I mean, spelling error or grammatical error. And completing statements. Here they look for your knowledge. I mean, knowledge. Also, they look for your mindset. Next, paragraph formation. After that, comprehension. In comprehension, you will come across multiple number of questions like true or false or not given, and yes or no or not given. Both will be asked. So in this, you come across choose the best option, match the following questions, fill in the blanks. So again, choose the best option they give, which means there will be four or three or four answers would be correct, but which is best in that. Such a way the question. Next, idioms and phrases, and change of speech, which is a direct to indirect speech. These are the questions that they bring for that they put forth to make you people what to say, to get framed in English or to get molded in English. Please, I request all of you students to, I mean, do all, there are many number of free online tests are available, free applications are available to do this. Please do this and make yourself I mean, keep yourself practicing. And during your placement hours exclusively, please do this. Even without the help of the trainer, you can do this just with your, I mean, it's all self-learning apps are available. Please learn, I mean, download it and install it in your mobile and do this. So in the beginning of the first year, if you have started doing, yeah, you will keep learning yourself. I mean, when you're coming down for the third year, when when you're attaining the placements, yeah, attending the placements, you will win the match actually. So these are the things I want to bring it for you, bring to you students. And so maximum, I request all of you students to develop yourself in English communication. So if you develop, yes, you can see a better future. Where the company is, what the company, you should know what the company is expecting in you, and with than the hard skills, this soft skills, and the major part in the soft skill is this communication skill. This matters. This is very, very important. So with this note, I conclude my words. If you have any consultation, please, you can. Students, attention, please. At least for this, you can ask me some questions.
Thank you very much, sir. It was a nice presentation. Now I request our student friends to raise some questions relating to English communication skills, enhancing communication skills. What is corporate language? What the language is used in system? And I would like to repeat and highlight that Dr. V. Sabirarajan, HOD, Department of English, SNMV College of Arts and Science, is most famous person in Coimbatore in handling IATL, TOEFL, and BET classes. So that you can ask, I guess that so many of you are willing to go for higher studies in abroad, so that these types of courses will help you. So those students who are having doubts related to IATL, TOEFL, BEC, or related to the present webinar, you can raise the questions.
And yeah, thank you, sir. Because Venu sir has said, yes, if you are into, I think many number of people in Coimbatore are, one thing I say, percentage of move exclusively in Coimbatore, percentage of people moving to abroad is increased a lot every year. I mean, every intake, I would say. I mean, 6 months, few universities has got, few countries has got 2 intakes in a year. Few countries has got 3 intakes in a year. Same example, UK or US, they have got 2 intakes. Whereas countries like German, they have got 3 intakes. Correct. So according in each and every intake, there are multiple number of students going abroad. They go and come, they go and come, and so is the case in SRIT student with SRIT students too. Ample number of students will have idea to study. I mean, educate yourself after your UG degree. You will have an intention to move for Australia or Canada or UK. Exclusively mechanical students, they love to go for German. Any country it is, wheresoever the token is in IELTS, English, that too English exam. Only any native English speaking countries, if you go, yes, English is highly important. I mean, not English, this part along with English, this examination, IELTS is very, very important. Few people, I mean, exclusively US people who go for US, even they too can opt with IELTS, but still few go with TOEFL. So TOEFL or IELTS, and third option we suggest use PTE, Pearson's. Pearson's is so good, but then we get the results in 5 days because everything is in online. I mean, personally, I suggest all the three exams are equally good, but still I support IELTS. Then TOEFL, the third category is Pearson. If unless or otherwise, the results minimum of 13 working days is needed to get the result. Many would be urging for visa process. University would be asking to submit. There are many, but uh, in case of emergency or the results to be released earlier, we go ahead with PTE. I mean, Pearson's test of English. Else IELTS and TOEFL is much, and which has got its own history. So when you look for IELTS, yes, only if you're strong enough, your examination is tested with listening, reading, speaking, and writing skills. Yeah, students, if you have doubts on this, generally you can ask me on any overseas education or to the topic to which that we presented today. Anything you can ask me. No volunteers of from SRIT? Shall I call the names? No, then many again students will leave the group. Anyway, no problem. Students, if you have any doubts regarding this, you can ask me. Else, no? If how, I mean, at least regarding the topic in perspective, placement perspectives, I mean the career perspectives, if you have, please. Nobody? And one more thing, other than this, there are Duolingo is another test. Many people appear for it, but they don't consider this for visa processing. And for generally, you can hold this, but not for visa processing. Visa officers, they don't accept Duolingo, but UK one or two universities they accept. With the help of that, even many people go Duolingo exams. You can try for it. Duolingo app is the best app to learn any language, any language. Please install it. Install it in your mobile phones. Yeah, sir has given my mobile number also. You can store in my mobile number. I am bringing my contact details to you. So these are the contact details. I'm sharing this to you. You can get me here. Have a screenshot of this at any time for any educational overseas education process. You can ring me. I can guide you people pretty well. And for purpose of IELTS, TOEFL, GRE exams also, you can call me. And these are the things I would like to, and my social media links are given here. And you can catch me, follow me in LinkedIn, FB, Facebook, and as well Insta. You can even WhatsApp me. I've given my QR code too. You can scan it. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Definitely,
Thanks a lot.
definitely, sir. I guess that the students will call you to your mobile number so that they can get some individual clarifications.
Sure, sir. We'll help them at any
Thank you.
time. Thank you, sir.
Now I invite Dr. V. Chitra, Associate Professor, Departments of Science and Humanities, the Ramakrishna Institute of Technology, to deliver the vote of thanks. Dr. V. Chitra?
Can you able to hear me?
Yes,
Can you
madam.
able to-
Sure.
Respected and our most distinguished chief guest of the day, respected principal, our beloved heads bodies and honorable professor. Good afternoon to all. It is a great honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks on this memorable occasion. First and foremost, I thank our special chief guest, Dr. V. Sabrirajan, Head of the Department of English, SNMV College of Arts and Science, Coimbatore, who despite of his busy schedule found time to grace this occasion. I also express my heartfelt thanks to him for his valuable speech. I thank our management, our principal sir, for their continuous support and vision and commitment to make this function a grand success. My heartfelt thanks to the heads of various departments and the professors for their guidance and encouragement in all our effort. I thank all the non-teaching staff members for their support and assistance in all aspects. Last but not the least, I thank all the students showing their interest in this webinar. Once again, I thank you very much to all. Thank you. Sir?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, madam. Dr. V. Chitra. So, dear friends, I hope that you had a very enthusiastic session on English communication skills in career perspective. I hope that the input given by Dr. V. Sabrirajan will help you a lot in achieving your career specifically related to English communication and overseas educations. With these few words, I would like to conclude today's webinar. Thank you very much. Thank you all. Good day.
Thank you.
Dr. V. Sabrirajan, on a personal level, I thank you very much for your wonderful presentation. Definitely, the students will reach you and follow your steps. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Pleasure is mine, sir.